Hey, it's Antti. Sorry that I have been gone from YouTube for a couple of days. I haven't been posting new videos, but I will explain why, because this is important. I'm back and I will explain why. I've been working my butt off to get my first international workshop called Digital Artist Masterclass online to kind of get everyone involved in that. So it has been a lot of work to get the website and the videos and cutting and graphics and everything done. And now I'm really happy to say that this workshop is finally out. And I will go through what it is because I want to kind of cover what digital artist is and what it takes to be a digital artist, because this is what my workshop is all about. It is called Digital Artist Masterclass because I think I have covered basically every single element what you need to be a digital artist, because it is not only that you know your photography or you know your retouching, it is a broader thing. So let's go through what the Digital Artist Masterclass is all about. And I will cue here a small intro that we have done, so you'll see the outline and we will continue after that.
My name is Antti Karppinen. Welcome to Digital Artist Masterclass. I have divided the workshop into 4 main sections: creativity, lighting techniques, retouching techniques, and then marketing and networking. Creativity is the fuel. Many people say that they are not creative. I think that is just a bunch of bullcrap. I think they are not just investing enough time to be creative. There are things that can make you more creative and be able to make more original content. I will show and explain my process, how I come up with my concepts and how you can develop your creativity. I show plenty of my own work, explaining why and how they were created. You can definitely learn a lot from interesting and inspiring stories behind these images. You don't need expensive and fancy lighting gear to make amazing images. My lighting setup is really simple. During this workshop I will go through my lighting technique step by step and teach you how to achieve these kind of dynamic portraits. I go through my gear and how I use it and explain how you can create cinematic moods using colored gel filters. As a digital artist, retouching is my passion. This part of the workshop is divided into 2 sections: portrait retouching and then composite images. First, I will show you my whole process from start to finish, starting from raw development to high frequency separation to dodge and burn, and finally my color grading and sharpening techniques. With this simple process you can create truly amazing images that will stand out from the crowd. As you can see from my work, I do a lot of composite images, and during this workshop I will go through all the best practice techniques that will help you to get more realistic end results. How to match tones of different elements, how to deal with size and perspective of the elements, how to cut your images, and how to extract shadows to achieve the realistic feel. I will also go through my Photoshop settings and preferences, as well as show how I set up my Wacom tablet to get the best results for my kind of retouching style. I have my own kind of original marketing strategy. It's called Contact and a Helppo Guy with a Cool Beard. And I promise it will all make sense after you have watched the last part of this workshop.
So there you have, in a way, the outline. The workshop starts with creativity, then it turns into the photo shoot demonstrations and portrait retouching, all my composite stuff. There are a couple of really cool techniques that I've been using over the years, and then also the marketing, networking, content, and everything that it involves you to get exposure for your images, or how to draw new clients, why you have to carry portfolio everywhere you go. So after this video, I will really hope that you go into this website called www.aliasedu.com. It's here, and when you go there, you will find a website that looks like this. So here we are. So when you go to the website, you will see the same introductory video that I just showed you, and then there's an early bird discount for you guys. I really hope that you will use this discount, because after this month the price will go up to our regular price, and and I will have only 200 coupons for this. Hopefully a lot of you guys are interested about those. So here's information about the early bird discount, and then I will explain what it's all about, how if you want to be more creative, want to take your pictures to the next level. I will show you a couple of before and after images, some testimonials. Testimonials are taken from my Finnish workshop, because I have done this workshop also in Finnish, but also on my live workshops that have been really successful. I've been touring with those all over Europe, and I will explain what you get from the Digital Artist Masterclass. It's almost 8 hours of material, full HD. I will provide you all the kind of DNG files that you can retouch along with me, actions for high frequency separation, the Lightroom presets that I've been using in my last parts. Everything starts with creativity, because I think that being creative is the most crucial thing to be as a digital artist. So usually people say to me that I'm not creative, and I think that's not the case. I think every single person is creative if they are willing to invest enough time and they know how to practice their creativity. So this creative section is, in my point of view, one of the most important section of my workshop. So I will teach you how to develop your creativity. I will show you tools, how you can, and kind of tasks that you can kind of push your mind into the mindset, kind of apply slightly randomness to your thought, and you might come up with better concepts or creative concepts for your images. I go through my process from getting the idea down, then to the mood boards, then to the sketching, and to the photo shoots and final images, and you'll see everything that goes into my creative process. After that, we will go to, in a way, a section where I open up a couple of my images and tell stories, because stories are really interesting. How I managed to get that kind of a job, or how that project came to be like that, and what it turned into. So you'll get inspired all these stories that I've been doing on these pictures. Well, next up is lighting techniques. So I will go through my basic lighting setup, because it's rather easy. I usually use 2 flashes, I will use colored gels, but I use them my way, and I will cover everything that goes to get my kind of a style of images. Then we will move on to retouching. So I will show you my Photoshop and pen tablet preferences, how I use the Wacom tablet and why, because I use it, I take all the features of, and I'll explain why is that. And I will show you my keyboard setup to make my workflow so much easier and of course faster. Then we move on to retouching techniques. So I will show you my portrait retouching from the start. So everything starts from developing the raw, cleaning up the stray hairs and sensor dust, frequency separation for the skin, dodge and burn, color grading, sharpening, and then the final small adjustments in Lightroom with my presets. So you will get the whole concept of how I create these kind of images as a portrait guy that I am. Then we will go into the composite images. Composite images is something that people are really interested about. So we will go through my composite image best practices, I will explain why it is important to take a consideration about size, a perspective, how you can match the colors and shadow, how can you extract shadows from your images, and I mean plenty more. And after this part, there's a demonstration that I will kind of show you how I build my scenes. I'm using Adobe Stock in this demonstration, and I'm using a lot of images to make this impossible scene or something that I see in my head, and I'll combine and I'll show in practice how you can use the best practice tools on your advantage when you're creating these environments. Then we go to portfolio, content, and social media. I will explain why I carry portfolio everywhere, why I write content, things that should inspire you to do the content, my social media things, what I do in every single social media site. And then, because it is not only about techniques. If you want to get new clients, if you're a commercial photographer or want to draw new clients, marketing and networking, it's really important. Because I started my career from scratch when I moved to Wales. So this is basically the story, how I was able to manage to get to the top of the Welsh photographers in Cardiff in less than 10 months, starting from nothing. And that's, in a way, the story of, you will understand when you watch the workshop. I managed to get to the BBC in less than 6 months. And that took some steps and something that I did during those times that made me. So that's, in a way, the content. You will see there's almost 8 hours of content. Here you can see all the information that goes into and how long the sections are. Also, you will find a freebie content here. If you, I've divided a small section how I color grade and create these gradients in my pictures. So be sure to check that freebie content if anything else. So that's also it's a cool technique anyways. Here's kind of samples of portraits that I'm doing on the photo shoot, and I will show in my portrait photo shoot part how you can use one single CTO, orange gel filter, to make so different looks, and that's a valuable thing to look into. Here's information about me, additional content, DNGs, and you will be invited also to my personal secret Facebook group when you purchase a course. The workshop works in any device, anytime, and the discount is until the end of the month. And here's a brief look on how the learning platform will look. So when you purchase, you will be guided straight to the workshop area where you will find all the sections that I just explained. For example, the introduction here. So you can get the player here, and you can just open up the video in full screen. You can even watch it faster. For certain sections you will understand, and if you want to hear me sound like a total drunk, you can put it also slow motion, but that sounds really funny. So you can just follow Mark as complete and follow the workshop as you go. Next category, and then you will find the next creative videos. And here on the right side you will find all the downloads. You will find all you need. For example, here if you go to my, let's say, developing the raw, so you'll find there the DNG files that I've been retouching. So the learning platform is really cool. You can write comments to every section. You'll get also the email for my Facebook group where we can continue with the talks. As I said, I've been working with this really hard, and this is in a way my first step of also doing these kind of more tutorials. And I'm really happy that we have been forming this community around the YouTube. This doesn't stop. I will do more tutorials in YouTube, free content coming I'll try to push something new every week, if it's a vlog, if it's something else, but this community is something that drives me. this is something that I've been working on long time, and I really hope that you guys over there are interested in it. It's been really life-changing for many that I've been touring in all over Europe. And so if you're an aspiring photographer or digital artist, this is for you. I really hope that you look into the content, check out the freebie that I have done, and spread the news. It's my first, so it's my baby. So that's why it's been taking a bit of time from YouTube, because I had to concentrate on this. So this is the video this time. So if you like, put a thumbs up. And everyone who comments anything about the website or my work or anything, I will draw a couple of lucky winners to get access to my workshop. So be sure to comment, because you might get a free pass on my Digital Artist Masterclass. Subscribe my channel, of course. I think that's all. You can see that I've been working quite heavily on this workshop. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy about you as an audience, and I will hope you like this workshop if you decide to purchase it. So this is me saying cheers, and I will see you on my next videos. Cheers.